Hi guys, we are here in the project Terra Oculta, and today we're going to talk about libraries from the past. As we know, there were several libraries that were destroyed in our history. One of them is the famous Alexandria Library. It was one of the biggest losses in knowledge in our civilization. But there were other libraries in the past. They were destroyed as well. One of the libraries destroyed in the past, it was Ephesus, the library of Celsus, in the area or region today that we know as Turkey. This was a very famous library, and it was destroyed with a series of earthquakes at the end of its existence. And it was very important in the old world, where people had an opportunity to have in the same place a lot of knowledge archived. And that's what we're going to see today, a story of this famous Ephesus library in the region of the old Greece that today is Turkey. I hope you enjoy. The Greeks were in the past a people of great deeds for humanity. In addition to great philosophers like Aristotle, Plato, and many others, the Greeks were known for their fantastic architecture works that even today endure against the action of time in many places. Greek culture developed initially on the Peloponnese Peninsula, on islands close to the Mediterranean coast, near present-day Turkey. This initial development took place during the second and first millennia before Christ. The period of greatest importance in this development took place between the 7th and 4th centuries BC, with the development of Greek architecture expressed in the construction of large temples and libraries in ancient times. This architecture development took place thanks to the expansion of ideas focused on religion and the worship of the ancient Greek gods. These marble-built temples of gigantic proportions and mathematical precision were tributes and places of worship devoted to the gods, such as the Parthenon temple dedicated to the goddess Athena on the Acropolis of Athens, built between the years 447 BC and 438 BC under Pericles. A striking feature of Greek architecture is the use of columns in a distinctive order of Doric, Ionian, and Corinthian architecture. This classic Greek architecture is based on rationality, order, beauty, and geometry. The topography study of the terrain, the adaptation of the building to the relief, and the careful choice of order regarding the type of building started to appear in the projects. They produced models with the most appropriate material, depending on the project, which were submitted for official approval. The completion of the work involved countless professionals, including architects, designers, painters, sculptors, and other artisans. The Greek temple is one of the most important typologies in the architecture of ancient Greece. It originated in the Megara, a space existing in the former Mycenaean palaces, exerting a strong influence on the later architecture of ancient Rome and its respective Roman temple. Among these great achievements of Greek architecture that influenced the Romans, we have the Library of Celsus, completed in the year 135 in Greek territory today, the Celsus region in Turkey. It was built in honor of the former Roman senator Tiberius Julius Celsus Polemonius, and his works were completed by Celsus' son. Tiberius Julius Aquila Polemonius was the consul in 110. Celsus had been consul in 92, governor of the Roman province of Asia in 105, and was a rich and popular local citizen. He was a native of Sardis, a village nearby, and was among the first men of purely Greek origin who became consul of the Roman Empire. He is honored both as Greek and Roman in the library itself. Celsus paid for the construction of the library with his own personal fortune. The library was built to store 12,000 rolls and to serve as a mausoleum for Celsus. Celsus is buried in a sarcophagus under the library at the main entrance, which is both a crypt where the sarcophagus is located and a sepulchral monument for him. It was not common for people to be buried inside a library or even within the limits of a city, so this was a special tribute to Celsus. The building is important as one of the few remaining examples of library of ancient Roman influence. It also shows that public libraries were built not only in Rome itself, but throughout the Roman Empire. The interior of the library and all of its books were destroyed by a fire in the devastating earthquake that hit the city in 262. Only the facade survived. Around 400 AD, the library was transformed into a nymphaeum. The facade was completely destroyed by an earthquake later, probably in the late Byzantine period. In a massive restoration that's considered very faithful to the historic buildings, a front facade was rebuilt in 1960s and 1970s, and now serves as an excellent example of Roman public architecture. The Celsus Library can serve as a model for other, much less well-preserved libraries in other parts of the empire, as it's possible that literary collections will be housed in other Roman cities for the benefit of students as well as the Romans. These libraries may also have collections of documents of local interest, if they were not destroyed during the Roman conquest. Celsus said he left a legacy of 25,000 denarii to pay for the library's reading material. The Greeks, they were a very advanced civilization, in the past. So we saw the knowledge they had about a lot of things. They were lost during the years. These libraries, they were destroyed. I was thinking another day, can you imagine if, for example, the Alexandria Library or other libraries, they were not destroyed? How advanced our human civilization would be today. I think we would be something 2,000 years ahead in terms of knowledge today, and we probably could be traveling to the stars. But unfortunately, most of these libraries, they are lost, and the only thing remain are stories and pieces and bits here and there that tell us a fantastic, marvelous story about the ancient people who had this knowledge and these wonderful libraries with this wonderful architect. These libraries they had in the past. Anyway, that's it. And I hope our libraries today, they are preserved for future generations. And as we know, in Egypt, for example, today, they built the new Alexandria Library. And we have all the famous libraries around the world, like the British Library in United Kingdom, for example, or the Library of Congress in America. Okay guys, see you next time, and I hope you have a very wonderful week. See you guys. Take care.